What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve Natto, and for today's video, we're back with another resale prediction. It's been a little bit since the last one here, but I did want to revisit this one because it's going to be an interesting topic to talk about this shoe specifically, especially with what's going on in the world right now. But today's video is, of course, on the Air Jordan 1 Court Purple 2020. So this is the brand new Court Purple Jordan 1 that we can take a look at here. One did come out previously, but this is the new model for 2020. It's a little bit different in terms of what the colors look like and how the shoe kind of looks overall. I think this one looks really good at first impressions, especially taking a look at these up close pictures on Nike here. I think the leather quality, at least in pictures, looks very nice and should be good in hand as well. So this is going to be a shoe that I'm sure a lot of people are still going to go after, even with everything going on in the world right now. So I did want to talk about its kind of release at retail price and where I think prices will be on the resale market kind of after the release. So I will say, if this is your first time stopping by, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I do post content like this all the time in terms of all the new sneakers that I pick up and talk about shoes kind of on a wider scale in some videos like this. But for this one, again, today we are going to dive into it for the Court Purple Jordan 1 2020 here. So let's go. We're going to look at StockX as a marketplace to kind of compare prices and give my opinion on where I think prices will fall. StockX is a website I use for these types of videos just because it's clear, everyone knows it, and it's just a simple and easy way to check out the prices. But another thing I'll say real quick too is that the shoe, is going to be limited, is going to be one that a lot of people are going after. So what I've done this for a few other shoes at this point, is I'm making a site list here, which is going to be live in the description down below. It's going to have all the websites that are releasing this shoe. So if you want to pick it up on the release date, which is either going to be April 4th or April 11th, I'll mention that again in a second here, but I'm going to include that in the description down below, and it's going to have a bunch of different websites that you can try and buy these sneakers from on the release date. So I've done this for a few other releases. A lot of people really liked it, so I wanted to do it again for this one here for the Court Purple 2.0 2020. So let me know your thoughts about that in the comments down below. It's going to be on my social media as well, but it will be linked in the description down below. But now to attack the release date. So first off, before we even get too deep here, on the Nike Sneakers app right now on the desktop site, it does say the release is on April 4th, which is this Saturday. However, I'll put a picture up here, but Nike literally just tweeted as I was making this video that the release date on Nike is now pushed back to April 11th. So Nike has done a little bit of this flip-flopping in the past, so at least as of the time of recording this, the release date could be the 11th. But to make sure and end all kind of questions about this, just check my release calendar on the site list that I have in my description down below, or check the Nike Sneakers app to have the most updated information. At least in terms of Nike, they will continue to update that and have the most accurate information, but I'm kind of wondering on a more global scale for other retailers aside from Nike when and where they'll be releasing it. And right now, the worldwide release date is April 4th. So Nike has said on Twitter that they're changing it to the 11th, but I'm not sure if companies like Foot Locker will also be changing that. This is all very brand new and just happened literally as I was recording this, so just stay tuned to what I'm posting and my site list and the Nike Sneakers app to get most updated information a little bit later in the week. But now with all that information out of the way, it's time to dive into the shoe and take a look at kind of my opinions and perceptions here. So we looked at the pictures on the Nike Sneakers app to take a look at what's going on with it. I think it's an objectively, pretty good looking shoe, and the leather quality looks very nice. So in my opinion, I think it's going to be one that people are for sure going to be going after. So if we take a look on StockX here, they do have the product page up and loaded, and sales have already been happening for the shoe. There's already supposedly 499 sales at an average price of $272. So that's not uncommon to see, this early. The retail price of the shoe is $170. So, certainly early pairs are going and people definitely want the shoe. This can also be seen by the current low prices on StockX here. So a lot of them are fairly accurate, but then you see the 12.5 for $1,000. That's just someone maybe has the only pair listed and decided to throw it up for really high. So that one's not a shoe or a pair I'm going to really consider. But if we go to a size 10 right in the middle here, you can see the low price is $267, and someone is willing to pay $255 right now on it. And if we go down to a size 8, it's about the same. Someone's willing to pay $260 right now. And then if we go up to a 13, someone's willing to pay $250. So across the board, people are willing to pay a lot of money for this shoe currently, and it is Monday when I'm recording this. So that definitely does change throughout the week. We're still at least, almost a week away if they do actually drop on the 4th, but could be even another week out if they do change the release date to the 11th. But it's something worthwhile to look at and note, in the kind of scheme of things here. So now that we've talked about where the shoe lies currently, I think it's important to look at a comparable shoe to see what happened in that release. And to this shoe, I'm going to compare the Pine Green Jordan 1. These came out pretty recently, and especially due to everything going on in the world right now, the prices have completely tanked to where they were before. They were selling a lot higher, and you can even see the average price is $209, and you can sort of, there's a lot of sales, but you can sort of see the trend going down under that $200 mark. But they definitely used to be selling over $200 and have declined down to below $200, where again the retail price is $170, and AKA doesn't really leave any room for people to make money on this shoe at this point. So my kind of opinion and perception on what's going to happen for this shoe is, in my opinion, I think the Court Purple 2020 looks better than the Pine Green. I think more people are going to want it than the Pine Green. I've seen a little bit more attention pre-drop than I did for the Pine Greens on these Court Purples. So I think it's going to be a better sneaker to release overall, but the typical release procedure is completely changed. The landscape is completely different due to having no in-store release. The Pine Greens were before all this and had an in-store release as well as an online release, but this one is going to be only online. So what that means is people are going to buy the shoe online on Saturday, but will not begin to get it in hand till at least, the earliest Monday, but a lot more people on Wednesday, Thursday of that week. So prices are going to take probably a little bit longer to dip, and we won't see a true market value until everyone really has those pairs in hand till almost the following week. But my opinion on what's going to happen is that prices will stay relatively high and pretty close to where they're at now. I think they're going to gradually decline throughout the week, especially if they do drop this Saturday. Might get around that $250 mark, right before the drop. And then I think as the drop happens, people are going to begin to sell pairs, as soon as they buy it online. The people who know that they're going to get it Monday or Tuesday can sell it online and then ship it out. So I think prices will continue to drop throughout that time and will likely end up, in my opinion, anywhere between the $200 to $230 mark, kind of where it all settles out by the middle/end of next week, the Wednesday, Thursday timeline. And my guess is that they're going to end up at around $200 to $230. So there is still some money in there to make some money on the shoe. In my opinion, it's not set in stone. I can't say for sure, but that's my best guess and opinion, is that, if you did want to buy the shoe to resell, there will be some money in it to make money. But then on the flip side, if you're looking to buy it for yourself, I think there's going to be a ton of competition, especially from resellers, to buy this shoe. So if you want it, I recommend, trying for it for sure and seeing what you can get, because it will sell out. It will be likely pretty difficult to get, especially with it being online only. And now everyone who wants to try to get the shoe has to try online. So that's going to make the competition even harder online as well. So just some things to note here, but that's my opinion, is I think when all the dust settles, and we're talking StockX prices here, just because we're using this site as a baseline and taking a look at it, my opinion is that on StockX, where the prices might settle is going to be anywhere between $200 and $230 off of that retail price of $170. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, but I think I've given you guys kind of a good market framework for what I think is going to happen to this shoe right here for the Court Purple Jordan 1 2020. But again, we'll keep that conversation going in the comments down below, or you can chat with me over on social media. Again, I am going to post that site list, so if this is a shoe that you want to buy for whatever reason, be sure to check that description down below. It's going to have a lot of the different websites that are dropping this online only for you guys to have a shot to pick up. So all that information will be linked in the description down below. I'm going to be consistently posting more and more info, and we'll continue to update that site list throughout the week, and especially if the release date does get pushed back. But again, just stay updated with my communications as well as Nike on the Nike Sneakers app to see what actually happens with it. But I think with all that being said, that's going to round out the video. I know we've talked about a lot, and I've been talking for quite a while here, but I think it's a really good shoe. In my opinion, it will sell out. It's a shoe that I'm going to try and get for sure. I'm going to be looking to get my pair online and then do a full review and on feet like I normally do for all the sneakers on my channel. It's one that I've had my eye on for a while. I do think it's a really good looking model. It is also dropping in grade school sizes. I'm not really going to address that too much in this video, but my guess is that they will likely sell out as well and probably have some money there on the resale market. But if you are looking for those grade school sizes, they will be releasing. But mainly that men's sizing is what a lot of you are going to be looking towards. And again, let me know what you guys think of the shoe as a whole. We can take a look at it here. StockX has the full pictures uploaded. The size tag looks pretty cool too. It looks like it's some nice leather, or not the size tag, the the tag on the top of the tongue. Looks like it's some nice leather, but I think it's a good looking shoe. So we'll see what happens. But stay up to date with me on social media down in the description below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if this was your first time stopping by the channel. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll catch you guys again real soon on the next video.